my name is Tracey, and I'm here with my company STV. We're exhibiting, but I was asked to just pass on some words of wisdom, if you like, to companies who are maybe not exporting or could have tried and didn't do so as well as they hoped. Just to give you a few tips that I've learned over the years. First of all, just a little bit about my company. We're a private family-run business set up in 1993. We're one of the leading brands in pest control. We have our headquarters in Norfolk, so it's quite a distance away from here. We all ploughed down yesterday. But we also have an office that we recently set up in Hong Kong. We're currently exporting to just over 35 countries, and my role within the company is look to expand that even further. Our mission statement, which you'd see on any of our branding and our stand and brochures, is live pest free. That's the aim of our game. STV have 4 key brands, all aiming at different pest problems. The Big Cheese is for rodent control, very popular brand. It's our leading brand. Defenders is also a very popular brand for anyone who has moles and wildlife coming in the garden. If you've got a nice big garden, you don't want the pests ruining it. We've got some good products in that brand. And also the Buzz for mosquitoes, proving quite popular with export countries, with mozzies everywhere. And also Zero In for household issues. We've all had the swarms of flies invading our kitchens recently. So some good products there to eliminate fly problems. We have a very strong focus on retail. We supply some big names in the UK, such as B&Q, Wilkinson's, and we have a large marketing team who does everything they can to support retailers with shelving displays, shelf edgings, all the branding that you see along here, just to help people identify what it is that they're looking to do for rodents, for instance. Do they want to catch them and kill them? Do they want to catch them, let them go? So we have a big team supporting our retailers. Just to tell you about our success in Australia, we have a company who are so articulate in explaining the STV brand. They even do shows like this with staff dressed up as mice in temperatures which I can assure you appreciate are very, very high. So how they do it, I do not know. I don't think I could do it in this temperature, never mind Australia. But we're aiming to reach some higher sales growth during the next couple of years. 2017, we've given ourselves a target, and we're already on course to achieve that. So, you're all here today to find out what do you need to do, what should you expect, what do you need to take into account when you want to start exporting. Well, the first question is why? For many years before I moved to my current company, I was the International Trade Director at my local Chamber of Commerce in Norfolk. And my role there was to do exactly as I'm doing today, to help companies start exporting, give them a few ideas, signpost them to people that can help. But there are some very positive points if your company starts to export, and these are just a few. The one thing that really does stand out, which UKTI are pushing as well, is if you have products that are made in the UK, made in Britain, brag about it, because companies overseas absolutely love British-made products. So always make sure any of your products show that your goods are made in Britain. Also, when you start exporting, there's some excellent schemes that UKTI do. Some are funded, so although there'll be an initial outlay, you can claim that back towards overseas trips. So speak to your local UKTI advisor. I'm sure the guys here can help you work out where your local office is. That's the first 3 things you need to set aside. Promise yourself that you're going to give all of those 3. It's not an overnight thing. It will take time to establish yourself, to find the right people, to build up that relationship. So be patient. Give yourself a good time scale to do it all in. Don't expect it to happen in 6 weeks. It's more than likely going to happen in 6 months, maybe a year. And also set aside a chunk of money to help towards marketing. You need to aim your marketing differently to an export market than you do the UK. UKTI can help you work out what that is. But also, when you start to travel, obviously there's a cost involved there. So I always say to a company, if you're going to think about starting to export, just budget 30,000. Sounds a lot, but it'd be money well worth spent. I don't know if any of you saw my profile, but I've been involved in exporting for almost 30 years. And when I started, that was it. It was DIY, eat your heart out. There was very little help available. No such thing as the internet in them days. God, I'm showing my age now. But UKTI, as you know, was previously identified as DTI or connection to DTI, and they were fabulous. Now we have the internet, which is a godsend. UKTI, as I say, I've worked with the guys at UKTI for a few years. They really do offer some excellent support. Your local chamber, and UKTI and chambers both put on seminars to either help you work out what payment terms, what markets to go to, all sorts of help and advice. So a big difference between 25 years ago and now. Research. You can't do enough research. We're actually members of PetQuip. As pest control, we have support from them. If we wanted to look at a certain market, we could speak to those guys and buy the database from them of potential customers. So if you are part of a trade association, just give them a call and just ask them what support they can offer a company wanting to export. Also be nosy and see what your competitors are doing. If you see that they're in Poland, that's a target market for you. Again, the local events for market information, and again, UKTI. There are several routes to market which you could use. We have sales agents based in the UK, but that is also a potential that we could look for overseas, maybe in the European countries. We have distributors dotted here, there and everywhere in Europe and further afield. You could look at joint ventures, sales offices, even find a site overseas that can manufacture your products for you. But you need to work out what works well in that particular country. Again, you've got a big array now of support that you can grab information as much as you can. A lot of it is free. Internet, again, I've sat there a few weeks ago just sitting there for half a day scouring the internet on potential buyers overseas for our range of products. But again, keeps coming back, UKTI. I can't say enough about UKTI. They really are a fantastic support for companies. This is where a lot of companies fall down. They don't communicate enough. If you get a customer, keep in touch with them. I have a theory. Whether it works in my current role, I don't know, but I used to, further afield, I used to visit once a year, and closer to home, I used to visit twice a year. But keep communicating by email, by phone, Skype. Once you've found one, you've got to keep them. Culture. Well, as you get onto the road of export, you'll find that culture is extremely important. Bear that in mind if you're planning any visits. payment terms, your best bet to work out what payment terms work well in a country is to speak to your commercial bank manager. Some countries will not accept letters of credit. Some countries insist on a letter of credit, but don't let a letter of credit scare you off. IP is something else that you'll probably want to look at when you start exporting. You don't want people pinching your brands or your products. UK export finance is good if you're looking to do a big project. They're connected. You can get in touch with them via UKTI. I've been a member of the Institute for 15 years. Another good support.